Welcome, one and all, to Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 406. I am your friendly neighborhood Oxhorn, here as always with my suspenders set to maximum stun. A lot of changes around here in the Oxhorn community, which we will be going over. I'm a little bit more professional now. That's right, I finally got a boom for my microphone and one of these little stabilizer things. This is going to allow me to change the setting on my microphone so that it's not showing off all of the background noise in my office, so you should be able to hear my voice a little bit more clearly. Look, man, jeez, I just keep on having to ban people. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, great show for you today. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the warehouses in Goodneighbor. I've been doing a whole bunch of videos on Goodneighbor, having a whole lot of fun, and I brought my railroad character to Goodneighbor to do some of the quests there so that I could collect some footage, and when I last logged out of her, she was in one of the warehouses trying to stealthily kill all of the triggermen, which is pretty challenging at her level. So, we're going to be having a lot of fun with that. Maybe, hopefully, we'll be able to get through all three warehouses with stealth. Mihari says, random question because someone mentioned another channel you owned called Oxhorn Movies or something. Have you retired from doing any machinima content? So yeah, I do have another channel called Oxhorn. It was my biggest channel for years and years and years. I did that for well over 10 years, and that's, I guess, even to this day, what I'm best known for. At the time, I was doing a bunch of World of Warcraft machinima, and I had a whole lot of fun, but I have since retired from that, and I'm moving on into my new channel, which many of you are familiar with, my Fallout 4 channel. For those of you asking if I can see you in the chat, yes, of course I can see you in the chat. The program should have started. Okay, I'm getting many people saying on YouTube that the stream is offline. And the Andy Prince says he couldn't see anything on YouTube. There we go, they say. Okay, now they... He sees me on Twitch. There's always something. Ladies and gentlemen, there's always something. All right, I've got to verify this for myself. I'm going to go to... I see you, says Dylan. Okay. Yeah, I see you, says the Dizzy Gamer. Like a 4-minute delay. What? What? I'm not using any kind of delay. I don't understand why it would delay. Yeah, it's 7:03 right now. I clicked broadcast at exactly 7 o'clock, and I don't understand why people on YouTube are just now seeing me. I'm taking a look at my live stream health. The stream is live on YouTube. It's been streaming for 3.5 minutes. All right. I don't know what's going on, but according to all of my settings, it appears to be working just fine. So I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to let it go and do its thing. Shades of 404, says Grand General Campbell. No, Twitch seems to be a lot more stable. Yeah, that's a reversal of what's going on. Hey, Greg Hartung is in the chat. Greg, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you on the broadcast in a while. It's good to see you on the program. Greg is he's a mod on our Discord, and he's a long time viewer of the program, years and years. So glad to see him on the chat. The blonde guy on Discord, our Patreon channel, says, Ox, your smoke ship should be the Planet Express with Bender yelling, "Bite my shiny metal." ASS. Well, when we get to the smoke ship portion of the program, that is certainly a good idea. What's your favorite thing about New Vegas so far, says Giannis WW. Gosh, I can't, I'll tell you what. So I changed up my schedule. So I'll answer your question in a roundabout way by first doing big announcements. Those of you who have watched my recent videos know that I changed my publication schedule. I am now publishing 6 days a week instead of 7. I'm taking Sundays off to spend with family, which means no videos on Monday. However, I may do live streams on Sunday night, in which case you would still have a video to watch on Monday, a replay of the previous night's live stream. I don't know. I can't promise that every week, but I'm changing that up just because I need more time to spend with family and also to work on my machine. Honestly, last week, one of the major reasons I made this decision is because last week I had so many computer problems that were interrupting my video production schedule that I just could barely understand it. It was frustrating me so much. I got a new monitor, which was supposed to make... I got some new RAM, which was supposed to make things better. I changed my resolution, and then I had to change my Fallout 4 settings. There were like 5 straight hours where I couldn't produce any content for 3 days in a row because I was trying to diagnose stupid computer problems and Fallout 4 quality settings. It was just infuriating. So I figure I need 1 day a week to deal with that kind of stuff so that I can continue to keep my machine a well-oiled movie-making... production machine so that you guys can continue to have your videos. Also, a new mic. Yeah, well, it's not a new mic. It's the same mic. But I finally got a boom. It's this big arm, so now I can move it this way. And now I can move it that way. And we've got a bit of a professional thing going on now, right? This is a professional gig, finally. But one of the big frustrations I've had is that I had to sit my mic down on my desktop over here, and then I had to change the quality settings to pick up every noise in the room just so that you could hear me, which of course added all of this background noise. It was incredibly obvious last week when we did the show during a thunderstorm, and I had my windows open because I was smoking, and then lightning struck right outside my window, and it was just... That was my lightning sound effect. If anyone wants to hire me for movies, you're welcome. It just overwhelmed my entire broadcast. So I figured I want to switch the setting on my mic so that it only picks up noises that are directly in front of the mic. But in order to do that, I had to get this boom. So now you have to, unfortunately, see my microphone, which is right in your face. If it gets too distracting, just let me know, and I'll alter my settings. But this is the best way to get the best audio quality. Anyway, so yes, we are going to go to 6 days a week now, but still a whole bunch of content. I'm dedicated to doing at least one Fallout New Vegas video a week, which finally brings me in a roundabout way to answering your question, which is that I've been spending my evenings shooting footage in Fallout New Vegas in preparation for my Fallout New Vegas video this weekend. And I gotta say, one of my favorite things about New Vegas is how the stories interweave with each other. So my intentions are that I want to do a big series on Boone. I discovered Boone, I heard his story, and it is heartbreaking and tragic. I just was blown away at how horrible and touching his story was. And I want to unpack that story. I want to discover everything about it. And so I've been doing all of the side quests necessary to unlock all of his character dialogue. And then we're going to do the Bitter Springs thing. And I just can't wait to put videos together about that really touching, moving side story in Fallout New Vegas. So yeah, one of the best things I think about New Vegas is just there are so many things that combine to make one storyline, which makes it really rewarding from a gameplay perspective, but it also makes it really complicated to make a video. Like, I've had to shoot hours and hours of footage every single night for all of the different quests that I have to go through first before I can unpack Boone's dialogue. It's really complicated. So we're going to be having a movie on Camp Forlorn Hope, and on Nelson, and on Nipton, and Cottonwood Cove, and Bitter Springs. We're going to go through all of that first before we can get down to our Boone video, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. How about Ulysses, says Fred? Never fear. My ultimate goal is I really want to do the entire thing. That was my goal with Fallout 4, and I'm still working on it. I've done a video on many locations in the game, but I'm not done yet. So I've got a whole lot more Fallout 4 content ahead of me, but I'd love to do the same thing for Fallout New Vegas, because Fallout New Vegas has captured my affection and my attention. I'm really in love with it. So I want to do everything. Yes, that includes Ulysses. Yes, that includes all of the other companions in New Vegas and all of the other factions. It's going to take time, but we've got time. That's the beauty of a daily schedule here on YouTube. I've got all the time in the world. All right. Scotch! For the past 3 or 4 weeks, I have been without Scotch on Scotch and smoke rings. And I realize I have been disappointing a wide range of people. Well, I promised last week that I would go out and get some Scotch. So I did. And, man, I've got a story with this Scotch. I decided to get a 16-year-old bottle of Lagavulin. I don't typically drink Lagavulin. I typically drink Glenfiddich or Glenlivet or Lafroig. But Lagavulin is still a wonderful peaty Scotch. And I decided to spoil myself. Since I go through my Scotch so slowly anyway, I figured I'd get a nice, expensive bottle and just slowly sip through it over the next, couple of months while we do this program. But I go to the local grocery store near me to get this bottle of Scotch, and all of the Scotch, I don't know what it's like around you, but where I live in the state of Washington, all of the Scotch is locked behind these glass panels in a cabinet. So I go through and I have to push this buzzer so the guy will come over. He comes over, and it's this frumpy guy who doesn't like his job and he doesn't want to be there, and he says, "What do you want?" And I say, "I'll have the 16-year-old bottle of Lagavulin," and it's on the top shelf, right? Because it's a top shelf whiskey, a top shelf Scotch. And he's like, so he opens the door and he reaches up and he picks it down, and I reach out to take it. And he's like, "No, I can't give this to you." I said, "What? I'm buying this. Why can't you give it to me?" He's like, "Well, for expensive bottles like this, people steal them, so I have to escort you to the front." And I'm like, "Really? All right, dude, do your thing." So he's holding the bottle of Scotch. He's caressing it like a baby. I'm sitting here just like, I just want to get out of this shop. We get up there. We buy the Scotch. He's eyeing me. Many of the other employees are eyeing me. And then as I'm about to leave, he says, "Look, this is a bad neighborhood. I have to escort you to your car. People mug people in the parking lot who are carrying bottles of whiskey like this. So, I have to escort you to your car." I'm like, "All right, dude, do your thing." So he escorts me to my car. I finally get in with apparently what is a very controversial bottle of Scotch. I lock all my doors and I get out of there as fast as I can. I need to move. I didn't realize I was in that bad of an area. I can't go to my local grocery store and buy a 16-year-old bottle of Scotch without having to be afraid of people stealing it, mugging me in the parking lot on my way back to my car. I mean, I'm sure they wanted to escort me for a good reason. It must have happened before. But Scotch, really? So, yeah, a lot of mixed emotions opening this this box of Scotch. I need to move. I need to move out of this neighborhood. If my neighborhood is really that bad. But this is an unboxing, ladies and gentlemen. An unboxing of a 16-year-old bottle of Lagavulin, and we get to enjoy the best noise in the world. Are you ready for the best sound in the world? This is the sound that if I could, I would make an album of, so that I could sing my babies to sleep each night to this sound, because it is a type of music. Hold on. Well, I'm talking big on how lovely this sound is, but I can't seem to get the wrapper off. That, of course, is instrumental to activating the Scotch. And by activating the Scotch, I mean accessing it so that you can put it in your mouth. There we go. All right, so we've got the wrapper off. This is complicated for a man of my intellect. There. Let's see if we can cut that. Here's the sound. Here's the sound I'm gonna sing my babies to sleep with. Isn't it beautiful? It's a beautiful noise, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Oh, well, we can't have this watered down. I'm going to suck down some of the water in this cup. Because the ice has melted. So for those who are going to get on my case about having ice with Scotch, and who are going to sit there and inevitably say, "Straight up, Oxhorn, you got to drink the Scotch straight up." Look, there's a reason why I have ice in my glass. The way Scotch works is it comes with a bunch of really lovely floral notes, and you can taste the spray from the sea, and there's going to be a good campfire peaty flavor and all of that, but it doesn't come out very well until it's activated by water. The act of the ice melting is what chills the Scotch, and the act of the melting ice mixing with the Scotch brings out a lot of the flavor. So it is more flavorful if you use ice. There we go. A nice ounce or so. Ounce in parentheses. I don't know. I am not a measuring cup, ladies and gentlemen, but it seemed like a good amount for me. Cheers, ladies and gents. There are some of you watching right now who are younger than what I just swallowed. All right. Had a lot of fun. But the next thing, of course, is the cigar. Sorry, all of you on Discord. I had your chat moved for some reason, but I do see you now. There you go. Mihari says, Boone's reputation points are technically history points. You just need to revisit these specific places to get his quests. So you can get his content done faster than you think without killing Legion or even doing the NCR stuff. Just a fun fact. I do realize that. Thank you. But I really want to understand everything about a location. I want to be exhaustive. I want to explore every corner. I realize that I just need to collect a few different points for Boone, but I want to develop some context behind Boone and his struggle before I produce a video. So there are going to be a lot of people who watch my New Vegas stuff who have never played New Vegas before. They've only played Fallout 4. And so what I'm going to do, this is my strategy. You guys can let me know in the comments if you agree. What I want to do is I want to lay out some context first. I want to tell the story of Camp Forlorn Hope, Cottonwood Cove, Nipton. I really want to go to all of the ranger outposts and interview all of the rangers there so that we can get their first-hand experiences of fighting Caesar's Legion. I want viewers to really understand the brutality of Caesar's Legion before we go into Boone's story so that they can empathize with the man and his personal tragedy. And it's going to be harder to do that if they don't understand already how brutal the Caesar's Legion is and how much the NCR has already suffered. So you are right. I only have to collect a few history points with Boone by just revisiting certain places, but I'm loading old saves. I'm redoing certain encounters with Boone there so that I can get his dialogue, so that I can just to make sure that I can have the content necessary to make those videos first before I go on into Boone's personal story. That's my approach to it. You guys can let me know if you think that I should do it a different way. Hey, Greg. He says, hey, Ox. I watched a couple of your recent vids, the Magnolia one and the Brad Burton one, and thought it was a very interesting insight. And that's coming from someone who hasn't touched a Fallout game. Speaking of Brad Burton, you should totally come down to visit Epcot in Florida. It's basically the Disney World theme park adults would enjoy. Thanks, Greg. I've been to Florida before when I was really young. It's been a long time since I've been to Florida and since I've visited Epcot, but I did visit Epcot when I was young. I should probably go again just so that I can appreciate it more. Ellie Atomic says, hey, Oxhorn, I saw your inventing swear words video. Yeah, I published that years ago. I was like 23 when I published that video or something like that. Are you going to do companion studies for New Vegas? Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's what I just said. I'm going to be focusing on Boone first. Boone is going to be the first guy that I'm going to do a companion video on. You should do a video on Freeside, like the full story. Thanks. I will. There's a lot in Vegas. I realize there are a lot of really fun stories, and I will get there. But you know what's more important than producing a Fallout New Vegas video right now? Cutting this cigar. This was a gift from Lungra. Sent me a big stash of cigars over a month ago. I've been going through them slowly. I want to smoke them on the show. So today we're smoking a Babolo cigar, Honduran. It's a Honduran cigar. Triple X Fuerte Ligero, handmade. Whoa! There's wind. Doggone wind. There we go. Mmm. Can feel the heat. Oh, I just realized. This could get awkward. This microphone is really close. It's almost too close. It's very intimate. See my hat? Kind of wants to. And then my cigar. Oh. It's a little close. That's okay. Doc Det says, Oxhorn, I have a bottle of Balvenie, 50 years. Yeah, here, this is expensive. Would there bring you home a tank if you get one of this? Thank you, Doc Det. Balvenie, 50 years is, of course, a delicious and expensive cigar. I mean, it's 50 years old. The older it is, the more expensive it is. This is an old, 16 years old. What was I even doing 16 years ago? I don't know. I had just turned 20. Because I'm 36 now. Oh. Cheers. Man, such a difference. How have I not... How has it taken me this long to drink better scotches? C. Dante says, hey, Oxhorn, nice bottle of scotch. Thanks, C. Dante. He's a good guy. I was on a podcast with him a few days ago. He says, the new Fallout 4 script extender has been released. And as a beta release yesterday, I've finished the import of wires today. New version of transfer settlements coming at the end of the weekend. Awesome! C. Dante, thank you so much for the update. So for those who don't know, C. Dante is the author of Transfer Settlements, one of my favorite mods in the world. I've been using it to export my settlements as blueprints so that you guys can import them into your settlements. And his mod is the powerhouse awesome mod that I've been using to do so. I've been waiting because there was one feature that I really needed before I could start exporting all of my settlements, and that was the support for wires. What would happen is I would go through and export a settlement into a blueprint, upload it to the Nexus, you guys would download it, put it in your game, and none of the wires would be connected. And then there would be a lot of confusion. You guys wouldn't know how to go rewire the place. So thankfully, his mod now supports wires. So, that's what I'm going to do. It looks like I have a lot of work ahead of me. But thanks, C. Dante. Ah! Sorry, I banged my mic. I need to get used to this. It's like right in my face. I will get used to it. And it's blocking my chat. I've got another monitor here where I typically have my chat. And now every time I go over here to look at the monitor, it's like, that stupid microphone is in my face. Right? It's okay. Where did you get your hat? Says Russell B. I don't even remember. I've had it for a long time. How long have I had this hat? I bought it in 2003, 2004. I've been wearing it just for the show. And whenever I appear publicly as Oxhorn, so. I should probably get it cleaned, huh? It's probably time to clean the hat. Oh, man. I'm enjoying this scotch and cigar too much today. It's a cold day. There was hail earlier today. I was inside my house, and we have this skylight over the kitchen. And I was getting my lunch together, and then all of a sudden, it just started raining hail on the roof there, and it was crazy. Doc Dad says $34,000 for the bottle of Balvenie. $34,000 for a bottle of scotch. That's just crazy. That's just silly. That's nuts. What? Okay. How many hats do you have, says Nicholas. I got a few. This is the only one like this I have. I've got a few others. I never wear them. I've got a newsboy cap. That's my daily hat. Where is it? I don't have it sitting over here. I have a newsboy cap, and that's what I wear for a daily hat. And I keep hitting the microphone with my hat. Will we be seeing a lore video on Piper anytime soon? I love your channel, man. Keep up the good work. Wow, Doc Dat. In 2014, Valve and I released two 50-year-old single casks filled on the 28th of May, 1963. Wow. Well, yeah, I will be doing a video on Piper. It's going to take a while. I mean, there's a lot to do. I frequently get comments from people saying, Oxhorn, you promised a video on this, or Oxhorn, you need to do a video on that. I release a video every single day. Well, at least I did until recently. Now I release a video 6 days a week, and I'm going through every piece of content in Fallout 4 slowly over time. And there are still so many topics that I have yet to cover that many of you pester me about incessantly. So for those of you worrying that I'll run out of content, I really won't. I mean, these guys are continuing to pester me for videos on their favorite topics that I want to get to and I plan to get to, but I'm doing a lot of content. So never fear, ladies and gentlemen, I will get to your personal pet topic eventually, but you know, I can't do more than a video a day. Just takes time. Brandsy says, how are you, Oxhorn? I'm doing well. I can't complain. Tomorrow's going to be a video on mods. Tomorrow's going to be a mod video. And so I think I'm going to be doing it on Goodneighbor mods. Mods that change Goodneighbor, that make it more interesting. I haven't shot any footage for it yet. I had a late start today, so I'm going to be doing the program today. Then I'm going to sit down and hopefully knock out that movie for the rest of this evening. But it should be fun. I've got 5 or 6 different mods that I'm going to be featuring in my video today. None of them are really exactly what I was looking for, and I'll talk about this in my video tomorrow. But Goodneighbor feels like a slum to me. Like it's supposed to be a slum for ghouls and retrobates. And yet the Goodneighbor that we have only has a few different sections where people are slumming around town. And the mods that we get, sadly, most of them try to clean it up and make it, like, more pretty. But that's not what Goodneighbor is supposed to be. Goodneighbor isn't supposed to be a pretty, clean place. It's Goodneighbor. This is where the chem addicts go. It's supposed to be a slummy place, a dark place. And I don't really find very many mods that make it more of that. So I'll express that frustration on the video tomorrow. But anyway, so I've got that I'm going to be working on tonight. And then over the weekend, I'm going to be doing some videos on New Vegas and Camp Forlorn Hope and Boone and all of that. So lots of content to get through this week. Stay tuned. Brandsy says, what's your sneak build? I'm using the Fudge Muppet Assassins build for my sneak character. So far, it's been working well. Where are you from, says P-Town. I'm from Seattle, Washington. Also, what kind of sniper do you use? I didn't use a guide for my sniper. I tend, when I play games like this, I tend to make snipers for some reason. Even in New Vegas, I'm using the cowboy character build for New Vegas by Fudge Muppet, but I ended up becoming a sniper anyway. Both of my characters have long-range bolt-action rifles. But when I played Fallout 4 for the first time, I didn't want any spoilers. I didn't use any guides. I just played the game first, and I made up my character as I went along. So sadly, I don't have a guide for you for that character. That is one fancy mic you got there, Ox. Yeah, thanks. It's a Blue Yeti. It's not that fancy, actually. It's suitable. And it's the mic I've always used. This is the mic I've recorded all of my videos on. But I finally got a boom. All that's changed is I now have a boom so that I can hold it closer to my mouth. Otherwise, it would have been sitting on my desktop over here, and in order to get this kind of audio fidelity, I would have had to crouch over here and put my mouth right next to it, and would have been awkward. This is better. Ox, do you like lore mods? You mean mods that have their own stories, their own lore? I do go through some of them. I like adventure mods. I don't. So in my gameplays, I don't like lore mods that alter the lore in any way because that. I actually can't explain why. I know that many of those lore mods are well made and they're interesting. And as I said in my live stream, hey, thanks for the tip, Irma. Ema says, hey, I just started watching you, and I think how you do your videos are great. Keep up the great work. Curtis, all the way over the pond in Scotland. Well, good to have a Scottish person on the show while I'm drinking scotch. Cheers. If, as I said on the podcast I did with Gopher a few days ago, that if I were to make a mod, I would probably make an adventure lore mod. Those are the mods I would have the most fun making. But they're not the mods that I enjoy installing in my game unless I'm reviewing them. I'll install it, I'll play through the story, and then I'll uninstall it and then reload a previous game save, just because I want to keep my game saves strictly Fallout 4. And that's why really the only mods I install are lore friendly. They enhance what's already in the game instead of adding new things to the game. What's your opinion on Fallout 5? I await news about Fallout 5. There's nothing we know about Fallout 5. Bethesda hasn't released anything. Nothing has been leaked. I have no idea what Fallout 5 is going to be like. Everyone can speculate. Michigan, Canada, sure. I've heard people say Alaska. It could be any place. We could list every place on the globe. Sure, it could be there. We'll see. We will see. What weapon do you use the most? It depends on my character. I use Old Reliable, the legendary lever action rifle from Far Harbor for my primary Minuteman character, my sniper. I use a variety of different assault or automatic weapons for my my Commando Spec Institute character, the Wazer rifle, Overseer's Guardian, the Plasma Experiment E135 or whatever, the one you can buy in the Institute. That's the plasma one. Hey, thanks for the tip, Hart. He says, hey, Oxhorn, what's your favorite part of Fallout, like story-wise? And yay, Scotch. My favorite part of Fallout, story-wise? Well, I know that there's a lot of hate about the primary quest. I wouldn't say that the primary storyline quest is my favorite part, but I still think it's well done. It was engaging. It tugged at my heartstrings. It did make us make really hard decisions. It fit in with all of the different factions. It fed my desire for world building, for creating a new civilization with the Minutemen. I thought it worked really well. But the side quests are really my favorite part because it would have been horrible if they had ignored all of the different side quests and just not made them. Because those are what really make the world feel like a big, expansive world. Doing stories about Arlen Glass and Covenant and finding up a lot of pre-war history all over the place in holotapes and terminals. That's what makes the place feel big, even if the real estate is small. So that's probably my favorite part of Fallout 4. Imagine if they did a Fallout game in Europe. Yeah. We do get that every week. It would be interesting to see what's going on in Europe, I have to admit, or China, to see how the nuclear holocaust hit China. After all, everyone in America is suffering from the Chinese bombs, but that must mean that everyone in China is suffering from the American bombs. I wonder if they were just as potent. They must have been, if it has been over 200 years and China hasn't come and claimed the United States. Super Noob says, Ox, did you ever finish the Dynamic Action Team? Wow. That one's right out of my past. So, no. When I was working for a company called WeGame, back in 2008. I created a series that I wanted to pursue called the Dynamic Action Team, where I went into, what's it called? It was Gary's Mod. It was the precursor to SFM. Anyway, it was a tool that you could use to pose Team Fortress 2 characters and do a bunch of vocal animations and voice animations. And so I made these videos called the Dynamic Action Team, where I had these 3 characters from TF2 being teleported from game to game to game. And the original intent was to do a series where they visit a bunch of new games and just pick on them and have fun. But after 3 episodes of that, I got laid off. I got laid off from that job, and I no longer had the time to dedicate to that pursuit as I was looking for full-time work. And all these years later, almost 10 years later, I still haven't gotten back to it because now I'm busy with Fallout 4. So I probably won't be finishing that series. But it was a lot of fun to do at the time. All right, ladies and gents. Socksman says, Oxhorn, Cabot's in Fallout 5. Good idea. No go. Well, I mean, it depends on how you end the game. Or how you end the Cabot house quest. Like, which ending will be canonical? If the canonical ending for the Cabot house is that you side with Jack, then no, they shouldn't show up in any later Fallout games because they'll all die. If you side with Jack, Imogene Cabot... no, not Imogene. The mother, Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina dies. Hey, thanks for the tip, Cameron. Go buy some more scotch with the help of all of this, he says. Also, what's your favorite mix of scotch and cigars? Thank you very much. I will. I'll use that for scotch. Well, this is my favorite scotch in the world. I can definitively say that. 16-year-old Lagavulin. That's it. Oh, it's so good. As for cigars, the kind of cigars that I think pair best with scotch are dark, strong, peaty cigars. I want my cigar to taste like I just put a campfire in my mouth and I'm just chewing on the ashes. Those are the cigars I like. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, but that's what I like. Anyway, if you side with Jack, then their old age catches up with them, and they all eventually die really quickly. Imogen becomes ugly, Wilhelmina dies in Fallout 4, and then Jack becomes old. But if you side with Lorenzo, you kill the entire Cabot family, and yet there's Lorenzo, still immortal with his own immortal blood. The only way the Cabot family would show up in any future Fallout game is if saving Lorenzo was the canon line. But that's the evil decision. That's the evil choice. And Bethesda tends not to make the evil choices the canon ones. So I don't know. It still would be really interesting to see Lorenzo Cabot in a future Fallout game. Sorry, ladies and gents, just doing some moderation here. This is convenient. They just keep coming. Ban, 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 ban. It's great. I really do need to. I need to hire a moderator. Robots are great, but the robots aren't perfect. So here I am. Ban. I'll ban you too. Ban. I am so excited for Dead Money lore. I'm excited too. I haven't even bothered to go through. Oh, just ban. Let's ban that. I haven't even bothered to go through all of the DLCs yet for New Vegas. I'm gonna be doing content for them. Don't worry. But I've just got so much. Oh, there's another one. Ban. That one. There's another one to ban. This is fun. This is half of what I live for. Just banning people. That's why I work on YouTube already. All right. It's time for a smoke ship, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get to some Fallout 4 so that I can then get to finishing my video on Goodneighbor mods, which I hope to publish tomorrow. So what would you like to see today? At the end of every broadcast, I create for you a ship made from nothing but smoke. In the truest Hobbit and Tolkien wizard tradition, I create a smoke ship for you all. Based on your suggestions, what would you like to see? The Lonesome Road, Dead Money. Oh, here's another ban. Ban him. So let's ban him. Yeah, let's ban that guy. So I'm getting distracted. The blonde guy says your smoke ship should be the Planet Express with Bender yelling, "Bite my shiny metal." A-double-S. Well, yeah. I mean, that comes from a Patreon subscriber, so let's do that. Planet Express with Bender yelling, "Bite my shiny metal butt." All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This, if you blink, you're going to miss it. If you blink, you're going to miss it, but this is going to be Bender riding on top of the Planet Express ship, leaning over, pointing at his crotch plate, yelling, "Bite my shiny metal, A-double-S." All right, here we go. It's tricky. The color of Bender's metal is the tricky part. I got to get the color right in this. Hey, thanks for the tip, Andrea. Andrea says, Ox, have you heard of the Frost Simulator? I hear it's good. I have heard of the Frost Simulator. I have not played the Frost Simulator. But I also hear that it's good. Here we go. Got to think about colors, how I'm going to interpret voices into smoke. It's a lot to think about. Ah! Woo! For the briefest of moments there before your very eyes was the Planet Express ship with Bender bending Rodriguez, standing on top of it, bending over, pointing at his crotch plate, going, "Bite my shiny metal, A-double-S." Only here on Scotch and Smoke Rings. It's a rare talent. I can't describe it. I was born with it. It's a gift. All right. Hold on. Before I get to Fallout 4, I'm going to take a sip of scotch. Worst one yet. Dang it, I blinked. Oxhorn, that was too fast. Hey, what can I say? I don't know. You just got to spam that screenshot button. Just tap, 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 tap. All I saw was smoke. I'm sorry. If that's all you saw, clearly the fault is in your eyes and not in my smoke ship. Oh, I say. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get some Fallout 4 going here. Let's put my wireless mouse on. There we go. And then let's turn off my jazz music here, and instead let's use the music from Fallout 4 itself. Oh no, come on, really? Fallout 4 crashed. Hold on. I got this. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Come on. Don't crash. A lot going on right now on my computer. Chats, XSplit, live streaming, shadow play. Don't crash. Please don't crash. Cross fingers. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Hold on. Yeah, I know you can't see my screen. Hold on. Hold on. I have to choose the right game save. All right. There we go. Mihari says, Oxhorn, it's a sign the computer wants you to play New Vegas. Yeah, maybe. Greg says, looks like I was too slow. Mark my words, my smoke ship next week will be a doozy. Yeah, I'm sorry, Greg. Things are different. Greg's been with me from the very beginning. Things are different. It used to be that I would be able to see all of the smoke ships as they come in, but now there are so many people watching that I just miss things now. I miss things. So, sorry about that, Greg. All right, let's crank that music up. Oh, I love the music in this game. By the way, I have a bunch of Goodneighbor mods installed. Gosh, I should have thought of that before I started the show. I have a bunch of... That music is really loud. Hold on. Let's turn the music down. There you go. I have a bunch of Goodneighbor mods installed yet. A bunch of mods installed that I'm going to be reviewing. So Goodneighbor may look different to you. And I haven't tested them yet, so I hope it doesn't crash when I go here. Cross your fingers. Micah says, Ox, you should start a community gig. Well, the community of this program is on Discord. Whoa! Okay, this is less intense than I thought it was going to be. Did my mods not work when I installed it? Huh. Yeah, I guess the mods that I installed didn't work. Well, that raises another problem. I'll worry about that later. But right now, we're focused on one thing, and that's killing a bunch of triggermen in these warehouses. All right, here we go. Hold on, let me make sure that my... Since I'm not recording voice, I don't need to worry about that. Let's turn that up. That sounds good. RIP FPS. Are my frame rates bad? I'm rocking 57 frames per second. Look at that. Top left-hand corner. All right, let's do this. So I started on this one before I had to duck out and work on another video. So we're going to finish this one. Then we're going to go move on to the other warehouses. Oh! My God, it! What the... Oh, man. Okay, anyway, I thought I started this one. Apparently not.
Huh? Where'd you go?
Oh, I did. There's a body there. So the guy must have just been wandering around down here, even though I had cleared this floor. Yeah, it's good scotch. All these years I've been punishing myself with inferior scotch, and I didn't realize it. I can never go back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to drink 16-year-old Lagavulin for the rest of my life.
Come on out.
There are worse things. Ladies and gents, there are worse things.
Must have turned tail and ran.
That's what I did. I turned tail and ran.
What the?
Do you think I can get through the rest of this without getting caught? Is it even possible? I've never done it before. I'm so bad at
Fraidy cat.
stealth characters.
Who's
I'm so
scared?
bad at them. But I'll try. I'll try to not get caught for the remainder of this warehouse. The chameleon armor helps, ladies and gents. No, this isn't a mod. It's not a hack. I'm using legendary chameleon armor that I found in the game. Here, let me show you. The reason my character is turning invisible is because of...
Oh, I'll find...
Chameleon metal left leg. It only works when I'm sneaking and not moving. So I crouch. Sorry, he's right above. He's wanting to come down those stairs. Come on, come down the stairs, man.
That's right. Run!
Watch, as soon as I start moving, yeah, the stealth turns off. It's only when I stop. Here, I'll turn off the frame rate counter for you, unless you really want to see it.
Shit! Where'd that come from?
I don't know. Must have been a bug. Ooh, that shadow. Did you see that shadow? That's what I love about these warehouses. The light sources are so great that you can see shadows really well.
Come out, and I'll do you quick.
Yeah, come on down that ramp. I want to get a headshot off on you. Come on. Come on. Come on down the ramp. Oh, no, too close. Down the ramp, down the ramp.
Stop hiding. We'll make nice.
No, I missed! Ah, I'm so bad at this. Ah, come on. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Got the drop on it! Shouldn't hide. Ain't very courageous of you.
Ah! I was too slow. That's what kills me in these games. I hesitate. I can't hesitate. I gotta just take it when I know that I've got it. Come on, man. Back around the corner. Back around the corner. Back around the corner.
Every second
Coward.
you hide.
No, you
I
didn't
just
have it
get
in you.
madder.
Getting rained on over here.
Yes, you are. The rain is coming. I'm gonna have an easier time of it if I'm not trying to go down that ramp. So
Come on out. I promise I'll only break one of your legs.
You know what? I don't want to hear your promises. I got a promise for you. Wait, I can't reach. Oh no, I can't reach over here. Doggone it all. Oh. Down I go.
Fraidy cat. Yeah, run and don't come back.
Calm your britches.
What the?
Sorry. Those first two didn't count. Let's pretend I didn't do those first two. It was just that third one. That's the one that counts, right?
Oh, I'll find you.
I'm sure. Sorry, I just realized I coughed really loudly in this mic that's now right up in my face. I'm gonna have to rethink this. Oh man, I keep doing that. I only have 200 rounds.
That's right. Run. Oh, I'll find
Ah! All right, let's loot the place. I'll take the gun. And that, sure. Oh, I should probably take a battered fedora. I'm going to need that for ballistic weave later. In fact, that was my own tip in my video, wasn't it? All right, heading on up. It should be the last of them. It is. For a minute there, I felt some input lag. I tell you what, trying to solve This is my first experience trying to get one game to work beautifully on a killer machine. I've never had a 4K gaming machine before in my life. This is the first one I've built machines before, but I've never built like really 4K gaming machines before. So this is the first one I built, and trying to get it to work has been an absolute nightmare with Fallout 4. It works great with every other game. I just plug in all of the components, load up Overwatch or Mass Effect, and I'm getting beauty right out the bat. But with Fallout 4, there are so many strange things that I have had to do just to get it to look normal with this game that it's infuriating. And everyone tells me, is that mouse lag? A little bit. It's a little bit of mouse lag. The little things like that that I got to keep figuring out. Neutron says you got a Twitch, Ox. Yes, I'm broadcasting to Twitch right now. So, just pick the one you like best. Fallout 4 or I'm sorry, YouTube or Twitch. Oh, there are a few more bodies I forgot to loot. Doggone it. Xanto says, just put a GeForce GTX 1060 card in my PC and can run 60 FPS in downtown Boston. No prob. I just put a 1080 Ti NVIDIA GeForce GTX MSI Gaming X in this machine, which was released for the first time less than a month ago, and I do not get 60 FPS downtown Boston. I get close to it, but then again, I have this cranked on the highest settings, and I've got like an 8,000 resolution shadow quality, because I want to make it look really good for my videos, but I also have to have high frame rates for just playing. Okay, one down. 2 to go.
Sweet.
Terminator says, hey, it's been a while since I've joined one of these streams. Pleasure to have you on the program.
What the? Wait, the hell?
No.
All right, very funny.
I thought
Get
there was
back to work.
I thought there was a hole in the wall on one of these. No? I like how every one of these warehouses has a distinct and different layout. Eyes right behind me!
Who?
Who's there? I know I saw something.
What, you pansies afraid of your own shadows now? There's nothing here.
Sorry, focusing. I realize that it's boring without me talking, but I'm focusing.
Shit.
I'm surprised that didn't. Whoop, I'm surprised that didn't take one.
Oh,
I
I'll
must have
find.
missed it the first time.
They got the drop on us. Fraidy cat.
Yeah, that's
Too
right.
scared.
I'm scared. But there are more of you than there are of me. Of course I'm being cautious. Is there another floor? Oh, yeah.
Come on out. I promise I'll only break one of your legs.
I love the taunting of the triggerman. Oh, did I miss one? I must have missed one.
That's right. Run.
In the butt. In the butt. Mannequin spying on me, man. I hate those mannequins. Hey, guys. Combat armor. Oh. This guy doesn't have very good combat armor. Polished metal. Left arm. Shadowed metal right arm. I can get both arms here. I'll figure out whether or not I want them later. I'll just take them for now. Poor guy. Almost feel bad. You know, this is one thing about Fallout 4 that I mean, it's okay, but I wish there were greater consequences for stealing. I mean, it's more realistic. In the real world, no one's going to know you're a thief until you get caught. But in Fallout 3, there were consequences for stealing. Your karma would go down. I suppose there are some, like you could say, well, if you're a thief in the real world, you know that you're a thief, and it can affect the way that you present yourself publicly. You can become shifty. You can become insecure. You can get paranoid, thinking people are always going to find out. And that kind of behavior people can read, and therefore, even if you're never actually caught in the act of stealing, people can tell that you're a shifty character by the way you behave. I realize that's a decent argument. But one of the things I regret about Fallout 4 is that there were really no consequences for stealing. Really, the only consequences are if you have a companion with you that dislikes what you're doing. And in situations like that, then yeah. YouTube stream died for me, says Trial Size. What? Gosh. These streaming issues, man, they just take up so much of my time, and they're so frustrating. I think it's okay. I've still got a lot of people watching on YouTube right now. A lot of people saying hi, Ox. So, okay. Oh. Oh, these two died hand in hand. This is my first time noticing this. I'm guessing pre-war skeletons of people who lived in this warehouse. Maybe co-workers who fell in love. And as the nuclear fallout rolled over them, they clasped hands in their final moments. Yes, yes, you can weave a sob story out of almost anything that you find. All right, one more to go. Twitch is fine. YouTube is fine. Okay, thanks. You should learn to speedrun the game. What? I have great respect for people who can speedrun Fallout 4. So I mean no disrespect. But speedrunning a role-playing game? That's the entire... You lose the entire purpose. Is to immerse yourself in this world and to just explore it. Why would you ever want to speedrun? Oh, wow.
That's it.
I need to get less twitchy. Less twitchy, less twitchy. Come on, Brandon.
It's on!
Oh, dang it! Oh, how did that happen? I didn't even see him. How did that happen? Did I just walk right by him?
What the?
How did that even happen? I didn't even see him. Well, I'm glad I'm not doing my challenge to not get caught. I would have lost already. And someone's going to come down here and I can't shoot through the stairs.
Where'd you go?
Well, I'm waiting. Calm down. You'll die soon enough. Ox, are you dressed as the Silver Shroud? No, I got just army fatigues and metal armor on. I know. It's boring. I don't really customize the look of my character until they're over level 50. Then I'll spend some time working on their costumes.
That's right. Run!
Ah, thank you. Oh man, he face planted into the car. Now, as I recall, they're all kind of crowded up in an area here. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that's a lot of dots.
Shit, where'd that come from?
Oh, I'll find you. They got the drop on us.
I promise I won't break.
Someone's got a beat on us.
Ah! See if I can melee this. Right, I'm using my Pickman's blade for the first time. Is that all of them? Yep, that's all of them. Pickman's blade for the win. I enjoyed that Grognak's axe, but it was just so cumbersome and slow. Well, so much for getting through unnoticed. Now we gotta loot the place. In Deacon's words, the age-old tradition of looting. Doggone mannequins. This is surprisingly ineffective. Rusty says, "Dat man just got triggered." Go west, Triggerman. Oh, man. Tell me I've got some. Grilled radstag, yes. Ooh, that was chunky. Man, that's a chunky chowder. All right. Now to turn this in and go back to the railroad headquarters and store all our stuff. Bonsai says at Rust. Wah, wah, wah. Hey, it was a great pun. I enjoyed it. Mahari says, what's your opinion on the karma system in previous Fallout games? Doesn't bother me. I actually like it. Would I call it realistic? Is it enjoyable? Sure, I don't mind it. It doesn't break with my role-playing. I know there are some who have a problem with it, but there are lots who came out with problems with the VATS when it came out in Fallout 3. The Lone Wanderer says, Ox, do you use buff out a lot? Are you like me who loots everything? Wait, did I get that magazine? Yeah, I loot buff out because I craft with it. I did. But I only loot when I was on my Miniman character, I looted absolutely everything. That's because I needed everything to build my settlements. What?
Like an earthquake.
Tell me you're not the only one seeing this.
I felt my world shake, out of control.
Oh, that's right. I have the mod installed. Oh. I was like, what is this? What is that? It looks just like Preston. But he doesn't. He's just dressed like Preston. This is the mod. Okay. Well, I'm going to be reviewing this tomorrow, so I don't want to steal my own thunder. But so far, I'm enjoying it, except for this guy dressed just like Preston. I thought there was some new random encounter that I had never heard of before. I was like, what is this? All right, let's turn in the quest. Come on, Whitechapel Charlie. Tell me what you got. She is so loud.
Hey, Charlie.
I've heard some exterminator cleaned out the rats in the old warehouses. Wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
I might. Depends on what you have for me.
Here you are. Every single cup, as agreed.
Thank you very much there, Whitechapel Charlie. Is he doing wearing a robot helmet? Look at these guys fixing up this robot on the table. That's such a nice touch. Oh man, and this. That is so cool. I can't wait to review this later today. I love it. All right. Let's get back. Well, if this worked, why didn't the other one work? I installed a mod that it changed Goodneighbor proper, and it doesn't seem to have worked. What did I do wrong? What are some of the other mods that I installed? I don't mind long load times. It gives me an opportunity to drink Scotch. Is this one working? It is. Dr. Goodneighbor. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I'll talk about that. All right, let's head back to the railroad headquarters and put some of our stuff away. You guys can see how I try to organize my crap. Have another drink, Ox, says Grand Inquisitor. I'm nursing this, look. I have quite a lot to go. Oxhorn, how does Scotch taste? How would you describe it? Each Scotch tastes differently, so it's... Fuel? Kerosene? That might help you. I like it. All right, this is where I put my legendary, but I don't think I have a deliverer. Yeah, I only looted armor that I actually want, so I'm not going to store it there. Ah, but weapons. I loot every weapon I can find, which is why I have 10mm pistols, because of the ammunition. You get more ammo this way. I'll put my bombs here. Oh, submachine guns. Yeah. Let's go craft some stuff, earn some experience. All right, buff jet. I got 8 and 64, so 4. And then the other one I use is psycho buff, so 4 on that. I wish I could find more buff out in the world. And then that's it. I don't have chemist. I'm not going to get chemist until much later. And brain fungus, yeah, that's why I collect lead. Let's tag that for search, Abraxo cleaner. Because that, let's see if we can go to healing. That's going to plow through my antiseptic. Refreshing beverage. I love refreshing beverage. Does everything. No longer need to carry Radaway or Rad-X or even stim packs, really. Just make a bunch of these refreshing beverages and you're good to go. Sadly, it requires a lot of purified water. All right, let's go cook up what we've made. Where's that cooking station? There it is. Do I have any meat? Yeah. Can't do a soup. How about beverages? Anything interesting in there? Dirty Wastelander. The Dirty Wastelander is interesting. I mean, it does give me 3 strength. And yet it weighs half a pound. And I lose 2 intelligence. But then I'm not using a buff out. Nah, I don't want to waste it on that. All right, there we go. So now I'm ready for my next mission. Which is what? Do I already have something from... Randolph Safe House 5. That's my next quest. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to call it here. We've been broadcasting for an hour and 20 minutes, and I still have a video to do for tomorrow. So, I'm going to spend the rest of my evening working on that. Thank you all for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings. Let me know what you think of my new setup, my new schedule, my production schedule for this week, what you think about that. And if you really had problems with the YouTube stream, let me know. Because this is the first time I've ever had problems with people not seeing me at the beginning of the program, but the replay should be fine. Anyway, thanks for coming to this week's episode 406. Tune in next week, same Ox time, same Ox channel here on YouTube or Twitch at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time for episode 407 of Scotch and Smoke Rings. New video tomorrow and 6 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 2 new Vegas videos coming this weekend. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. And if you haven't picked up something from my shop, you should find a link to my shop in the description below. I've got a t-shirt shop where I'm selling a bunch of shirts with Oxhorn and Fallout images on them. The fine folks over at Teespring have designed those for the community based on your suggestions. I did a poll about a month ago asking what designs you wanted to see, and the top designs get made. So thanks everybody for voting, participating, and purchasing those fine, fine products. I may do a live stream this Sunday, and if I do, it will be BioShock Episode 3. I'm having a lot of fun with BioShock, but I'm only playing it with you. I'm not playing it on my own. I'm saving it for broadcast. I want to make sure that you guys are with me every step of the way. So tune in Sunday night, my time, Pacific time, if you want to catch that live stream, which I will probably have a chance to do. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, be sure that you guys all stay classy. Thanks for watching.